Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet and of YouTube, and welcome back to Ringlight Fables. I am your host and dungeon master, Skijaramaz, otherwise known as Tone Shift, as always, and with me today we have our full cast of players. We have SepiaWolfe playing Tuki Fletcher, our Crovan rogue.
Hello, hello.
We have Mick playing Boron, our half-dwarven battlemaster.
Hello.
Why'd you giggle while saying whatever? We have Willyzin playing Ludviek, our Rythari paladin.
Hello, everyone.
We have Goldwyn playing Minnove, our kobold bard.
Hello.
And we have Impulsive playing Kari, our Crovan bard. So, real quick, before we jump into things, we are starting a little on the late side today. You can blame the Midwestern goodbye. No, I will not be elaborating. So, probably going to be a slightly short...
You know.
If you know, you know. So, it's probably going to be a slightly shorter session today, but that's all right. So, where last we left off, our newly come-together band of adventurers had found themselves in the Academy city of Asmara, and taking their rest and respite after a long journey in the abode of the Halkis family, a fairly prominent family within the wider nation of Valrive, at the very least within Asmara itself, due to, as you discovered, their role with the Solemn Erudites. As you were called into the office of Godfried Halkis, the head of the family, to enlist your aid in a matter that normally he wouldn't involve outsiders in, but with your capability and competence demonstrated thrice over between your successful escape from the torment dungeons beneath Kanala's Rest and bringing down Jacob Bleakfeather's gang and safely delivering Godfried's son Donald back to him here in the Academy City, he deemed you worthy and trustworthy of this task that normally would be kept somewhat under wraps, namely that a group of river crawlers, a organization of rangers that primarily functions as wilderness patrols for Valrive, had uncovered as of yet unmapped and unknown ruins of an unknown origin deep in the overgrown wild core of the Forest of 1,000 Rivers. Under normal circumstances, it would be the function of the Solemn Erudites to send an expedition team to clear out threats, take maps, notes, diagrams, and begin a full archaeological survey. But for reasons that Godfried has not been made privy to, the individuals he would normally assign to such a task have been indisposed by his superiors, namely the head archivist of Asmara. Not knowing what else to do and not willing to wait for his people to be released since he has no timetable on when that will be, he turns to you instead to explore the ruins, clear out threats, and if there's any loose objects of particularly high historical value, to procure them and bring them back so that the eggheads can get started on them early without some greedy merc company like the Jade Halberds procuring those resources and selling them back to the erudites at an absurdly marked up price and in bad condition.
And that's what the pry bar is for.
Yeah. With a promise of high monetary reward and generally just eager for some work in general, the party accepted with gusto and with some accidental racist remarks here and there that led to much flustered apologizing. That was very cute to watch. The party gathered up their things and set off heading east, following the road towards the city of Riversmeet, where the river crawlers have one of their headquarters, to speak with their commander for more information on these ruins and what could be expected en route. Arriving in Riversmeet, the party met with the leader of the local river crawlers and learned that there are numerous threats to be had en route to the dungeon, or ruin rather, and that finding it will be tricky given that they didn't have much of a chance to properly survey the area, hunted as they were by adherents to the old ways that were attacking the river crawlers for traipsing into their territory. But you were given a general area and some advice on things to avoid and pitfalls to look out for. And so, with a night of rest to replenish your supplies and generally prepare for the dangers of the deep woods, you took a ferry across the river and set off into the forest. And your first day of travel went remarkably well, as you banded together, and though a handful of your actions weren't as good as they could have been, you generally speaking were able to make very solid progress, venturing a full 24 miles at a regular pace deep into the woods before setting down to camp for the night. It was as you were camping that many of you, of course, took watch, and nothing molested your camp, but during the final watch, Kari did notice that you were being observed by something, though what that could be, you are not sure, as it withdrew without ever revealing itself, leaving you to only speculate as to your mysterious observer. That is where we left off, and as such, that is where we shall begin. So, everyone, you take a full rest as we come back into the game. The red circle denotes the general area in which the ruins may be found. It's not the smallest region, but it's not too gigantic. It's like an 11-mile sort of circle.
I have a quick question.
I have a quick answer. What is it?
Is anyone else hearing Skij going in and out, or is that just...
No,
It's not just you.
Okay.
Same here.
I think it's your connection. How are we sounding on your end?
No, I think I figured out what happened. I set my input sensitivity wrong.
Okay.
Do I sound better now?
Yeah, it was fine. It was just like going in and out every once in a while, and I was like, oh.
Weird. I don't know. Let me know if it keeps happening. I've decreased the sensitivity.
Well,
of
it just happened there.
Yep.
Huh. Weird. I don't know.
It sounds like you're moving away from your microphone every once in a while.
I'm not. I'm right up to it.
I know
mean,
you're not.
It's also
but
just
that's what it
cutting out.
sounds like. Yeah,
Huh.
that
To me,
too.
it sounds like typical Discord desync.
Let me try a thing. Oh god! All the faces have disappeared. They'll be back in a second. Ah!
Huh.
Testing.
Ah.
1, 2, 3.
We'll see if
Sounds
that
okay
fixed
now.
anything. Well, we'll find out, I guess. Do I need to repeat any of that, or did you pretty much all get it?
No, we got it. Or at least I got it.
Yeah, I got it too. It's just like you were having weird sectors of you getting a little robotic.
Not even robotic, just... Anyways.
Got it.
All right, it's fine.
All right. As for like me sounding slightly further away from my mic, that might have just been me turning my head to look at my second monitor.
Possibly. I don't know. It sounded like you were moving away. Either way.
And it's possible.
It's
I am
not
kind
there
of
anymore.
shifting around a bit, and I do have a new chair, so I'm still kind of adjusting to that. Kind of trying to find the sweet spots with it. Anyway, so, it is a new day. The sun has risen. I forgot to boot up the fucking calendar because I'm a fool. So, the sun rises. On this, I believe, the 7th day of the month. Or the season, rather. and it is a clear day. Sun shining bright, though much of its light does not breach past the density of the forest canopy, which you know will only continue to grow denser the further in you go. You have a brief window of time during the morning to do as you wish, so do as you wish while I gather up the things I need to properly run this fucking thing.
Minnove's gonna wake up and she's gonna be go. Oh wow! Oh man, I forget how it is sleeping on the ground. Ooh! Oh, don't you just hear those like cracks and crinks and I'm a little itchy.
Yeah, you get used to it sooner or later.
If you'd like, you can use my bedroll. I end up not on it most of the time anyway.
Well, I wouldn't want to take it from you. I'm not used to, I don't know, sleeping on this forest floor, I guess.
I got something for you. And he rummages through his pack and unwraps a package, basically hands it to you. Yeah.
Okay.
What?
And what is this?
Minnove's gonna hold it and be like, what? But is this a throw? What, like?
It's a hammock. I used to have a little problems with my back, and this I used to sleep on there, but not anymore.
Huh. Minnove in a
That's
hammock.
really nice.
That's an adorable mental image. I love it. Add that to your inventory.
All right, I guess so. Tuki, you're more than welcome to join me in it sometime if you'd like. I feel bad for accepting,
it's
accepting
tight.
Boron's. I mean, I'm quite small, and I could probably fit anywhere, really.
Okay.
You know, that might help since it has a rocking motion. Might be
Exactly.
easier than trying to hold still.
Would it be like the feeling of motion that makes you feel like more rested?
I have never tried.
Well, next time we go to bed, we will try it.
I love it.
Thank
Okay.
you, Boron. I very much appreciate it. I don't get to sleep on a fucking anthill. What the hell? No fucking wonder. Where's that cream? Where's that ointment? And she's gonna go looking through her bag.
Roll me a d12 real quick, Minnove, as you go looking through your bag.
Nope.
Oh.
I
We
think
did
it
not
happened
understand
again.
you at all.
I asked you to roll a d12.
A D12? Cool. Oh no.
$12.
God, fuck Minnove. Good job. Holy shit.
You are blessed, for there are no beetles in your pack.
What?
There are no
It's
beetles in your
really
pack.
hard.
Now it's getting really bad.
Man, I don't fucking know. I have
And that's fine.
I have live playback of my audio in my ears here. I don't understand. What?
I'm gonna add this
I do
hammock.
not understand at all what's going on here.
Hammock. Really accentuated the A in that.
Also, is anyone else noticing that like the audio
I'm
in the watch
assuming
together is
what
cutting
he
in
said
and out
was
a
I
bunch?
found it.
Did you?
I have no idea.
Do I sound better now?
No.
No.
The fuck? Okay, hold on.
What would it be?
All right, I completely unplugged and replugged in my my microphone. Is that better?
It is for now, yeah.
Okay, here's to hoping. What did you hear?
It's still doing it.
Oh.
Yeah, now it's
Yeah. That's
Oh my god. Why?
episode technical problems.
Hold on, I'm pausing until we sort this.
Yeah.
All right, recording has resumed. Here's to fucking hoping this doesn't break any further.
It's gonna be a really short session.
We're not gonna be able to play if my recording software completely breaks my ability to communicate with you guys. It would also mean I will have to fucking replace something on my computer, and I don't know what. No one ever answered any of my tech support things for this. Anyway, so yes, with that 12, you are blessed because you do not find a beetle in your pack as you go hunting for the ointment.
Oh, thank God. Minnove would have screamed.
You're not the only one.
She then tries to apply the ointment onto her scales and tries to get under her scales the best she can.
I won't necessitate a roll for this. You're just going to be kind of busy with that for a minute. As a reminder, Kari is the only one who noticed that the party was being watched last night, so...
Just slathering them.
But apparently he's uncommunicative about it.
At the
I'm
moment.
sorry, could you repeat that?
I said Kari is the only one who noticed that the party was being watched last night.
Okay. 1 second.
Top form, ladies and gentlemen, top form.
So, how was everybody's watch? I know mine went quite swimmingly.
I did not
Okay,
spot
okay.
anything of any consequence. It was a very
Nothing.
nice night.
I didn't notice anything.
I had an animal, I think an animal snap a twig, but it went away.
All right. That's concerning, considering it could be... Are you sure it was an animal?
I mean, I'd scamp it off.
Well, so can tribal people out here.
That's tribal. That's some outdated terminology, Minnove.
But I don't know what they call them.
Adherents.
Adherents. Thank you, God.
You're welcome.
Oh no.
It just gives me the... Well,
Well, the next
get-
time, you can take watch and go after it if you hear something.
I did take watch and nothing happened. So
Well,
obviously...
see, there you go. Then it was definitely just something that walked by in the night.
But you are not
Yeah.
sure if it was animal or if it was person.
No, and in fact, the sheer amount of questioning is giving me meta-gamey feelings.
Okay.
I am
Either
not familiar
way.
with this term. Does it have something to do with...
No, sorry,
Friend?
I disassociated for a second. What happened?
I am not familiar with that term either. You were saying very strange words.
Jesus
Is
Christ.
he well? Did he perhaps get sickness from bug?
I think a bug did bite me earlier.
Do you want some of my ointment?
Sure.
Minnove will grab like a handful and just go like the wettest like splash onto his arm and go.
That it was on my neck.
She'll grab another like a little handful and go.
You just like jump
It
up
was-
and just do a comedic slap to the back of the head. Splat.
Gonna like re-grease his hair and give him a.
It was right. He's gonna point to the front part. Like here. You know what? He's just gonna scrape it off his arm.
Climb at him.
I got
get
little
enough-
arms, little legs.
Did you get enough sleep yet, the Kari?
Yes.
Well, good. Ludviek wants to just give him a look over. He comes up to him and says, "Though with what you're saying, let me just take a look at you, make sure nothing's wrong with you. I'd like to just basically see if there's anything wrong with him that I can say,
Medicine check.
medicine-wise. Like maybe bloodshot eyes or something?
I mean, he looks fine. That said, I imagine, like, Impulsive might know better than me on that. Are you fine?
Why are you looking me over? I was bitten by a mosquito.
I've heard of bug bites giving delirium and strange other things to people. It's possible you possibly had something happen, but I don't see any obvious signs. Just let me know if your tongue starts swelling, or you start feeling dizzy, or you see the color blue in your tongue.
Minnove is gonna lean over.
I will utilize the eyes in my beak. Thank you.
Minnove's gonna lean
Boron is
over and be
trying
like,
to stick out his tongue and try to look at it.
It's easier
I
said
think
than
he's
done.
checking you out.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I can do it.
I don't know, I can do it too.
I mean, I can only really see the tip of it because my tongue, I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing, but it's not terribly long, proportionate to my face.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry, Skij.
Not all of us can be Gene Simmons.
Okay, to be fair, I am assuming it's relatively short compared to my face proportionally because I don't exactly have anything else to compare it to.
Anyhow.
Anyways, I say we continue on with the day.
All right.
I'm ready to go.
Alrighty. So then, gathering up your things, you break camp and set off once more into the woods. And as before, I need someone to be nominated to spearhead the charge. I assume we're going to go with basically the same one in charge as last time, Ludviek, because highest survival skill.
I'd say so. I vote that.
I'm fine doing it again.
All right.
He's a trailblazer.
Indeed. So, give me just a second here. So, with that in mind, as before, I have set a DC in secret, and this time I actually remembered to do the number in a place where it won't be picked up in my recording software. So, I need everyone else to find some way to help with navigation and traversal. Every success will bring down the difficulty target of Ludvik's survival check. So we'll just go down the list. Tuki, you're up first.
Do the same. Map out a stealth route to just be quieter.
All right. I believe we had that be a stealth check. All right. A 14 is a success, so you kind of walk side by side with Ludviek and point out any routes that might cause more noise than desired. And you feel pretty confident about it. You're starting to get a little bit more sort of, not settled, but familiar with the environment, so you feel a little bit more comfortable with pointing out certain routes that might be bad or what routes are ideal to just keep a low profile. So that will decrease the difficulty target by 1. Boron.
Yeah, I thought about doing the same thing as last time, but that was not very effective, so I'm just gonna use my perception to look out for any dangers and keep up with that.
All right. Perception check. 15 is a success.
Hooray.
Sort of figuring that last time you tried to clear away the underbrush, but you weren't necessarily well suited to that task. You just focus on sort of maintaining what you were doing last night and just maintain a vigil. Eyes scanning the surrounding environment and decreasing the chances that you'll be caught unawares in the event of hostilities. Again, decreasing the difficulty class by 1. Minnove, how do you contribute to traversal and navigation?
I'll probably keep to her sniffing. She's gonna, being aware that there's possibly something animalistic hunting them, according to Kari.
That is a huge leap.
I mean, like you said, there was an animal.
It broke a twig.
Yeah, but you said you said it was an animal, thing of the sort. You're not thinking it was something. You clearly said it was an animal.
Don't get on Minnove's case about her leaping in logic. That is Minnove's jurisdiction.
And Kari just needs to communicate better.
Yeah.
Did he not say it's an animal? Like, that's
Why
He
would you
said-
assume it's an animal that hunts?
He said it was an animal or something. He doesn't know. He didn't care to find out.
exactly. But Minnove is gonna be.
It's not unreasonable to not necessarily assume, but just take the precaution, is what I think. This is.
She's sniffing around. She knows that there's the possibility of something watching them.
Yeah. All right, so we already have a perception check, so I'll have this be a survival check from you.
Cool. So just regular roll. Oh God.
All right, you are on top of things, and while you do catch all kinds of scents all around you and manage to focus to sort of start narrowing them down, you're very well attuned, so you have a good idea of what's around you at any given time. And finally, Kari, how are you helping with traversal and navigation?
I'm playing music again because that's like the only thing he can contribute to this that isn't already being done by other people.
Fair enough. All right. This is just a performance check to keep everyone's spirits up and focus forward.
Yep. Oh, shoot. I accidentally had backstory opened up and not his sheet. There we go.
Damn.
Oh my God.
If you're not on beat, you're being pushed into a ditch. He's doing the best he can, because that's on you.
So yeah, no, like you're just kind of playing your heart out. It's not like an aggressive tune, but like you're like it's more mellow, but it's like, I'm trying to find the right word here. My brain isn't cooperating with me.
This doesn't sound like a 29 roll.
It's high mood, but low energy and low volume. So like wistful ambience. Something to keep everyone's spirits up and hearts light without drawing too much attention to your group by the surrounding wildlife, which there is in abundance.
I get a feeling this would be the perfect time for a Disney solo music number.
Oh god.
Just Kari.
A girl
doing
worth
more
fighting
else.
for.
Over stream and under log, we're making our way, or some shit, I don't know.
I don't know what song you were trying to sing just then.
I was making shit up.
Oh.
That was not a song that exists, I don't think. Anyway, so that is a string of 4 successes. That will knock down the difficulty target by 4. That is very significant. Ludviek, your survival check, if you please.
Oh, I please.
19.
Oh.
That is 11 more than you needed.
Nice.
Whoa.
Yeah. So you don't sadly get the full travel speed that you would have gotten from a natural 20 on this roll. And you're probably not going to get that again regardless as you venture deeper and deeper and deeper into the forest of 1,000 rivers, covering another 12 miles or so. The terrain starts to get more uneven as you slope up and away from where the wider rivers have cut these sort of narrow, sort of folding points down in the terrain, the river valleys that sort of are marked by the larger rivers that crisscross Valreef. Now that you're sort of getting into, like, not hills, but gently rolling highlands, occasionally marked by sort of rocky outcroppings and little crests and ridges, and the forest is getting increasingly dense and the trees larger and more massive as you get into these more ancient parts of the forest where civilization hasn't necessarily touched down roots in many centuries. The trees get increasingly large, smothered in lichen and fungus and moss, some of them so large that, like, even holding hands, you wouldn't be able to wrap yourselves around it in a full ring. They get so wide at the base of their trunks. Every so often, you catch sight of distant animals jumping from branches or sort of skittering through the underbrush. Every so often, they lift their heads to look at you, too far away to make out any specifics, and not approaching your group on the grounds that you are outsiders to these woods, an unknown quantity. Most creatures that you might cross paths with are unwilling to take the risk you represent in the approach and maintain a wary, cautious distance, this bubble of isolation that you project around you as you venture deeper into the wood until the sun sets and you have to find another place to rest for the night. So, a successful day of travel. And another one begins. I'm not going to necessitate a watch this time, because I don't want to waste too much time on that. We are starting late and got slowed down by tech difficulties. So, let me just do a thing for myself here. Ooh, okay. So, you knuckle down for another night of rest. And again, a reminder, if at any point y'all want to roleplay with each other as you venture, you are welcome to.
So how do we set this up?
Well, I think we nail it into a tree, which there are a plethora of.
You
Do we have to
just
tie it?
tie it around.
Tie. So, can you tie the knot? I,
Yeah.
never learned how to. Please?
Never had to
Something
tie
I
like-
your
never learned
shoes.
how to tie.
I look at my feet. Do I look like I have shoes?
I mean,
You
neither
put
do
some-
I. Look at mine.
I could
Yeah.
Probably
Robin wears
figure it out.
shoes.
I think there was only one of us wearing shoes at this point.
Sheesh. Okay. Okay.
Can you tie like
I'll,
a tight knot, Tuki?
well,
And
I
more?
did spend some time on a ship.
Oh, that'd be a good knot.
Yeah.
I cannot
Oh,
knot though. I apologize.
You can't or not?
I can't knot.
Oh, so you cannot.
No, I cannot knot.
I'm sorry, I'm completely lost here.
I go.
No,
tie
twice was
on
shot
the-
once. And then I shot twice.
You know, measure once, cut twice. It's fine.
I tie the hammock to one of the smaller trees and a branch of one of the larger trees. So it's might be a little further off the ground than usual, but they're agile, so that shouldn't pose too much of a problem.
Indeed.
Minnove's gonna pull on it a little bit, just to see how much it weighs, like how good it is. Okay.
Okay. What was
This is
that?
actually really.
What was that?
Seeing how Tuki felt about it.
Ah, just leaving it up to chance. Understood.
See, I think as soon as she gets in, oh, this is actually kind of nice. It does move.
Minnove is like uses her body to kind of sway it, but uses like her tail almost to like push them off of the next nearest tree. Look at that. Oh, it's quite comfortable. So,
This actually helps much more than I thought it would.
oh really?
I'd rather sleep on the ground, though.
Well, thank you, Boron. It's very generous of you.
Yeah. Was taking up just space in my pack.
Sure, it was.
The cuddle hammock.
Sheesh.
All right.
If I toss and turn too much, please just let me know, okay?
Oh, don't worry. This whole thing's meant to toss and turn. And she starts like waving like a little aggressively. Part of the fun.
Make
All
sure
right.
you do
Anyways.
not fall out. It would be bad to break a bone.
Listen, I've broken no bones before, but I'm not planning to start. Plus, like, I can easily catch myself. Don't you worry about me, oh Ludviek.
But just in case, Ludviek just rolls out one of the sleeping mats right underneath, just in case.
What do you take me for, a child?
No, I take you for very haphazard.
Thank you. She goes and curls around and like
Hammer might have lost some tensile strength over the years, so that's probably a good idea.
Just as a precaution,
No.
yeah.
Minnove curls up into like a little ball at like, I don't know how she's positioned around Tuki, but she curls up in like a little ball, almost like a dog, I guess.
Yeah. Kobolds are good at that. Maybe like sort of like just past Tuki's feet, so there's like one of you on either side.
Probably, or it's like yeah, like just like at her feet, like at the base of her.
Ye-
Just like leaning against the base of her feet.
Alright.
She's ready to get kicked.
Common have talons too, so she can just straight up grab you by the horns with her feet. All right. So with that, Adora beat is established. The sun sets, and the night begins. And over the course of that night, as you are taking watch, individuals of you, gradually the clear sky begins to once more cloud over, with a veil of gray that gradually shrouds out the ring light, what little of it there is, through the dense forest canopy. And on top of that, a chilling fog slowly begins to creep in. Low and thick and heavy. As it sort of encroaches around the gentle flickering of your campfire, it is almost as it's less like just a natural mist as the night deepens. And to those of you who just sort of observe it, it almost feels more like the darkness itself is trying to oppress and disrupt and smother the flickering light of your campfire, as if to plunge you into a shadow that would make you easier prey for nocturnal predators. It never quite manages, but it does create this sort of dripping sensation of unease for those of you who take your watch. But thankfully, this is an otherwise uneventful night. But the fog remains when the sun comes up, thick and heavy, and the sunlight from above sort of muddied by the cloud cover that lingers and remains. As such, I am going to be somewhat increasing the DC on today's travel. And this is like an entirely random thing. I'm just going with what the weather events on the calendar are, so... So, surprise fog? Yeah, sure, that'll make navigation a little harder because you can't see as far. And everything is gray and gloomy and looks the fucking same. So, as usual, everyone, your contributions. I assume you're just going to be doing the same thing you've been doing yesterday.
Yeah, I don't really have anything that's better than somebody else, so...
All right. So more stealth from Tuki then. 16. That is still a success. Sort of feeling somewhat refreshed by a very nice night of rest in a hammock, the sort of rocking motion that naturally came with it every time you tossed and turned, doing wonders to kind of help settle your nerves a bit. You are a bit more attentive, even against the gray and the gloom and the thick, shrouded fog. So you maintain your vigil next to Ludviek, helping him pathfind. Boron.
Mm-hmm.
I assume you're doing the same thing as before?
Yeah, well, actually, I'm going back to cutting down underbrush since it's getting a lot harder to move in here.
All right.
And so...
What did we have that be last time?
Athletics, I believe.
Yeah, that'll work.
Oh,
Net one. Jeez.
never mind.
It's,
We're so sorry,
Probably.
Boron.
yeah, it happens.
Or I'm like,
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Minnove?
I was gonna do something different, but now I'm tempted to go back to like perception to possibly give us like an advantage roll on this. But you know what? I'll do what I was thinking, just to be different. Minnove's gonna try climbing one of the trees and just kind of like hop tree to tree now that they're more like more in a line. Just to kind of get more of a further, I guess, look ahead to see what might be around or what's coming.
Okay, make an acrobatics check for me, and if you pull that off, I'll give you advantage on perception to keep tabs on the environment.
Oof.
Nope. You try,
No
but
falls.
like kobolds are generally speaking regarded for being good at athletics and acrobatics just because of their build. They're generally good at climbing things. They're well adapted to it in their physiology. You've never had much of an occasion to really practice this beyond occasionally climbing up the side of a building to annoy someone. So as you go to start trying to climb this tree, you kind of get like I'd say like 12 feet up, which isn't bad. But then you get to where there's this big gap between where you are and then where the next branches are, and you're just kind of like Winnie the Pooh hugging the side of the tree and just kind of suspended there for a minute and realize you are stuck.
Help!
I'll get you.
I've gotten cats out of a tree, but kobolds? Sheesh.
Just
do not-
using
Jump down,
Grappling
we will
hook.
catch you.
All right, come on.
Ludviek just holds out his arms. Just like,
She's
ready to
looking
catch her.
around at everyone.
Like everyone is just gathered around this tree and are just holding their arms up to catch her. It's
And
amazing.
then one of us gonna be like, "Oh,
We're giving
wait,
our energy.
oh, wait, I
Spirit
forgot.
bomb.
Hang on." And Minnove jumps off, but she
Okay, blown a spell slot on this. Okay, so
we're doing
you,
a spell slot.
Yep. So you jump off and you quickly just will yourself to slow further, and you kind of just falter through the air like a falling feather, a slightly damp falling feather, until like. Are you aiming for anyone in particular?
I don't know.
Tuki was first up to bat to volunteer to catch you, but Ludviek is the tallest by a wide margin. So
Probably who is ever closer to the base of the tree, which I'd imagine would be Tuki
all right.
that she was on.
Okay. All right, so yeah, sure. You fall and Tuki catches you. Easy enough. Won't necessitate a roll. You are feather falling.
Thank you. Forgot I could do that. You could put me down, if you like. I like the ground.
Okay.
All right, so you put Minnove down. So that will constitute as a failure on your roll, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know.
It was
I think
it was cute, but it does mean the DC is starting to climb a bit because you wasted some time on that. So, all right. So finally, Kari, what are you doing?
Cleaning up this mess.
Okay, but that doesn't
What is
tell me.
wrong with y'all?
It wasn't a bad idea Minnove had. She just faltered in the execution.
next time.
Next time.
Can't fail twice.
I feel like you'd do something different today, but what? What would he be doing?
I mean, perception's open.
You had the entire time to think about it.
Well, yeah, but then other stuff started happening.
And he was paying attention to that.
I'd say you'd be fine with another performance. I mean, just, hey, try to raise the spirits after the many flubs.
You know what? Well, I'll do that, because maybe going to something that has a bonus of +4 less than normal is not a good idea right now.
17. All right.
Okay.
So, you managed to sort of, there's a bit of bruised egos from the time wasted from Minnove's little incident, and generally just the sort of, it is an unpleasant day today, but the fog that's rolled in has made everything kind of damp and sort of sticky. It's uncomfortable. It's not a hot day, it's cool. So you're cool and you're very slightly damp and it's gray. Honestly, it is kind of a miserable fucking day. There's this sort of gloomy, there's sort of a gloomy beauty to the forest with this sort of environment, but it's not pleasant to exist in. Pleasant to look at, not so to exist in. So you play a little ditty as best as you can, and you do a good job. You know how to keep your instrument dry. Occasional application of prestidigitation to get the moisture off as it starts clinging to the strings of your guitar. And you're able to sort of soothe spirits over, give everyone something to focus on that isn't the fact that they're getting water droplets in their unmentionables. So, that is a success. That brings the final modifier on the difficulty target from a +2 to a +1. So the difficulty target is only 1 harder than it was at the start. Ludviek, survival check. 22.
Oh, Ludviek.
Jeez.
I'm going to tell you now, the DC that had been settled on was 19.
Wow.
Yeah, it's randomized every day somewhat. It's 1d10 + 10 difficulty target for each day, so.
All right.
And you
Let us march through.
Yep. But even with these occasional setbacks, you still manage to keep making good time. And another 12 miles is crossed as you start to enter into the area where you believe the ruins can be found.
Okay.
So,
Quicker than I thought.
yeah, you managed to make pretty good time. That first day of travel, you managed to cover 2 days worth of distance because of that critical success. So, the forest is especially dense here. But again, you knuckle down and settle in for another night of rest. And as you take that rest, the fog gradually begins to burn away somewhat. But not burn away, but subside a bit. You start to get a little bit of light back, but only for a bit, as gradually more fog rolls in. And along with it, in the distance, it sort of just starts as this faint sort of whistling, but gradually as the night drags on, it begins to build up and up and up, and before long it starts raining on your little campsite. Across the forest, it's a light downpour at first, but it builds up, and by the time the sun rises the next morning, it is a full and heavy rain accompanying the thick layers of fog in the gray sky. So the weather has just gotten fucking worse, and no one likes it. So, give me a second here. I'm trying to find the specific ambience I need here. And it is proving troublesome to find. This'll do.
You just look at Ludviek, and he turns to Minnove and says, "I'm sorry, Minnove. You did a great job long ago, but I'm afraid his mustache is just straight drooping now. He's old for long."
No! She's not gonna scream it, but she's definitely dramatically going,
That's a terrible.
what a world! What a world!
Do not worry, there will be time in the future. For now, you must persevere. Also, find some place warm and dry.
One of the
That
problems of
feels very good.
yeah, one of the problems of sleeping in a hammock is the water pools.
I noticed.
Minnove, when we're in somewhere dry, I'll dry us off.
You know what you could do? You could
No
just like
point in-
set up the hammock inside a tent.
I mean, we could.
Get thoughts for the
Or just
future.
put a tarp over it. Yeah.
I never thought about it, but I don't have a tent.
Are you catching a cold, Tuki?
Probably.
Oh no.
Minnove's gonna like check her forehead.
Tuki, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
It's her best one.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So no, you don't have a cold. You just have the sniffles.
Oh, that doesn't.
It's just,
So you
I don't
ha-
have a cold. It's just cold.
you just have the sniffles
enough.
and I'm shaky.
Fair enough. Minnove will grab her like cloak and try to like hold, like though it's wet, she's gonna like put it over top of her, being like, "Does that help? Make it warmer? Or is it just wetter?"
I think it helps. I am wearing leather.
True. It is cloth. Cotton coat. I don't know what it's made of. I'm not a seamstress.
It is made of clothes.
It is made. It is made of things that I wear.
It is made of things that I wear.
Should we find there's these ruins? Maybe there's a little bit of a shelter in the ruins. This rain is not letting up.
It would be most preferable. We should be, if I remember, Ludviek says, looking at the map, we should be just approaching the general area. But this is quite a distance.
I can start.
Go on, Tuki.
I can start looking for signs of things.
That'd be a good idea. It would be,
I'm
it'd be best if we could actually find some open space to, find a landmark or something to help,
I mean-
map out this area. But I'm afraid with these tree cover, it will be impossible to do that. The best we can do is, well, like you said, Tuki, try and find any sign of any form of civilization or ruins, I guess, in this point.
I know I'm no help right now. I can't really smell wet moss when everything is wet moss, so I'm not much of a help right now.
Although,
Aren't you Rythari good climbers?
yes, I could try and see if there's something up there.
Is this one better?
I have another idea afterwards. But first, yeah, Sketch, you know what? I'm gonna take Boron's suggestion. I'm gonna have Ludviek climb a tree.
Alrighty. Whoa, that came out kind of weird. Acrobatics check for me, please.
Can I cast guidance on this?
You may.
Actually, it's
Isn't that athletics?
Right.
That's
God,
athletics.
Whatever the DM calls.
Yeah.
Look, guys. Oblivion poisoned my brain. In my brain, acrobatics is jump. All right. Okay. Athletics.
Yeah, but he's not jumping.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Just climbing.
He's
All
just
right.
climbing. All right, climb the tree.
All right.
Sure. Well, you know what? Let's just throw that guidance in there. What the hell?
Total of 24.
24.
That is very good. All right. So you begin climbing the tree, kind of taking your time. You're very methodical about it. And where you don't have a handhold, you kind of use the spike on the back of your hammer to just kind of give yourself one. You just kind of like drive it into the wood as like almost like an ice climber's pick as you haul yourself further up. But eventually...
when he reaches...
Yeah,
go ahead. I was just going to say what he's going to do once he gets high enough, but you have more description. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really necessarily have much, but so go ahead. What are you doing once you reach the top?
His plan is once he reaches the highest point that he can safely be at, he's going to try and look to see if there's anything that sticks out in the is he able to breach the canopy, or is that not high enough?
I'll say you found the tallest tree you could so that you could get past the canopy so that you can try this. So yeah, you're able to sort of get up past the canopy, or at least a fair distance. All the trees in this area are fucking enormous. You're like dozens of feet up in the air at this point. A fall from this height would probably break your spine in several places.
All right, then we'll be sure to go down slowly, especially because it's raining. But for right now, he's going to try and see if he can spot amongst the canopy anything that looks like out of place. Specifically, anything that may look like a man-made stone structure, or B, something that looks like a gap in the canopy itself.
All right.
A small clearing area.
All right, go ahead and make for me that perception check. It will be made at disadvantage because the rain and the fog are heavily obscuring your line of sight.
All right.
Damn! Still a 17. All right. You don't see any signs of a man-made structure or anything that could have been crafted by intelligent minds. It's a beautiful forest, but it's dense as hell, and whatever structure you're looking for, it will have been exposed to the elements for a long time, so anything above the canopy probably would have been worn away a long time ago, if ever it breached the canopy to begin with. So looking around, you don't necessarily see any signs inherent to a structure itself, but you do sort of think back on the general vibes you were given, the instructions you were given by the river crawler commander about the layout of the region. And you recall that there were mentionings of that the structure was like on the shores of one of the more shallow rivers in the region. And you do see a handful of them. It seems like many of them sort of feed into each other, flowing westward. So you have a few places you can sort of see, just little gaps in the forestation where these rivers sort of cut through. And in this sort of highland environment, some of them create almost like these sort of crevices or ravines in the terrain where they've been slicing through the land on their way to lower ground over millennia and so forth. So knowing that the structure you're looking for is somewhere on a riverbank, you have a few options you can search in the area. At the very least, a few paths you can follow so that you're not groping around blindly in the underbrush for a mossy brick or something.
All right. So mostly on the west side, then, is where the biggest grouping, you would say, is.
That's sort of where the rivers sort of start to converge. Rivers don't usually split unless, like, really weird geographical features happen. Because rivers flow down, they follow gravity, more often than not, rivers join together. And because these rivers are flowing uniformly into Lake Bafloril, sort of as they flow west after like a long journey from like the mountains to the south or the north or what have you, mostly the south in this region, they're converging westward as they're flowing. So,
all right, well, Ludviek is going to make note of that, and he's going to descend back slowly, and we'll just, carefully back down. And anything you need me to do that for that one?
We'll just keep using your old athletics check. It's fine.
Okay, comes down. He says, well, unfortunately, I did not spot anything that I could see from the sky itself. So that is not going to be an easy answer. However, I could tell a lot of the rivers, that the gaps at least, where these rivers are flowing through, looks like they're flowing west. I think it would be best if we move it. He pulls out the map so anyone can see. And he basically shows the area that's like highlighted, the little circle there. He says, I think it would be best for us if we move in a circular clockwise pattern. If we move in that direction, we should come across each of the sources, the at least upstream parts of each river. Eventually, from there, we can work downstream from each one, eventually leading back to the other until we find this place. Sort of like a zigzag, if this allows me.
You should be able
lines.
to.
Like mine. 5, 3, and then zig. And zag. Whichever you need for rivers.
Yeah,
the idea.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. And he says, and he looks at his group on their thoughts.
I don't see a problem with that, and I am usually pretty good at my investigatory skills.
Hey,
We should also mark our progress, basically, so we don't search an area twice.
do not worry, Boron. I am quite familiar when it comes to where we have been.
And you also have 2 Kraven in the party, so you don't have to worry about that either.
Yeah, everyone's got a
Fabulous
mind
sense
eye.
of direction.
Less a sense of direction and more that you will instantly know if you've been somewhere before because you have your perfect memory thing going on.
All I have are my claws. I just mock a tree, go.
If it weren't raining, you could rely on your sense of smell to know if you've been somewhere, but the rain is kind of washing all that away.
Yeah.
Well, we always know which direction is north, and we know what time of day it is at all times.
Yeah.
I'm just here to be moral
That's gonna be
support.
helpful.
All right.
Boron, you just make sure that nothing sneaks up on us.
Well,
Keep
I'll
the
try
ducks
my
of yours
best.
at the ready. Or is it polearm, though?
It's a long axe. Technically a polearm, but it's still an axe. It works. All right. So, if everyone is agreement, you start making your way east to find the first of these rivers, yes?
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
So, flowing along sort of the outskirt circle of this terrain, it is still difficult terrain, so your travel speed is still halved. So, but over the course of a couple of hours, eventually sort of picking your way across massive routes and through patches of forestation, you do eventually come to the shore of the first of these less notable rivers, maybe about 10 to 15 feet across from one side of the shore to the other, at least in some places. It widens out into more shallow waters in some places where it slows down and then gets sort of channeled into deeper places further on where it gets more rapid and chaotic. And with that sort of hugging that to your left, you start following it westward. And as you are sort of following the shoreline, your travel speed isn't necessarily as impaired as it might be. Still difficult terrain, but I'm not going to necessitate the navigation and traversal rolls you've been doing for the last several days, as there are not so many obstacles on a shoreline to sort of slow your path. So you make fairly good progress.
Sounds good.
Then can I use some sort of investigation type check to look for the signs we're looking for?
Perception or investigation. Perception is to spot, investigation is to scrutinize.
Scrutinizing.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast guidance on that.
Okay. So you can add a
Your
d4 to
mom
that, Tuki.
cast guidance on that.
Well, yeah, that's the job of a mother. They're there to guide you into adulthood. 18 total from you, Tuki, on that investigation. You're not seeing any signs of any structures here as you're following along this stretch of the river, sort of weaving around through the landscape. It's just wilderness at the moment. Lush and beautiful wilderness, to be sure, but still wilderness.
I think
Would
it's probably
you-
on a different one.
I mean, you're only about halfway through, but you haven't spotted it yet.
Do we come across any animals by chance? Any birds that come close?
Most birds are kind of staying in their nests at the moment with the heavy rain. They don't want to get their feathers wet and plummet out of the air. So you don't see any birds, unfortunately. No.
Right, the rain.
What do you mean? I see two. I'm joking.
Oh my gosh.
This is out of character. It's me just being funny.
Right. I don't think flightless birds are what he's looking for right now. I'm so sorry. That was horribly racist. That is an incredibly insensitive thing to say to Kraven in this setting. I'm sorry.
Yeah, didn't you know that there's Tuki and Kari are just penguins?
That's even worse.
Anyway. So, all right, so, yeah, no birds, Ludviek. Sorry.
Alright, no, it's alright. Just an idea. For later.
Right, so I'd say it's getting on to about maybe 3 in the afternoon as you're following this river. The shore you're following starts to sort of rise up and away from it as it sort of narrows down to a more rapid sort of stream. You come into this slightly more forested patch as now instead of the shoreline itself necessarily, you wind up having more of a... It's almost like, again, one of those ravines that Ludviek spotted where you're like 15, 20 feet above where the water is flowing. This probably isn't where the structure will be, but if nothing else, it is, well, that helps you narrow it down. Gives you a somewhat better vantage point. Gradually, however, the terrain begins to angle and slope back down. It's still a fairly rapid stream, and the terrain just ahead of you once again rises back up. It's like there's like this just very shallow sort of dip down to where the water is flowing. And Ludviek. You're more or less always the one spearheading the charge in navigation, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well then, as you are descending sort of down the slope towards this, back towards the shore, to keep following this river, I need you to make for me a perception check. 25.
Sheesh.
All right. So what that means is that you spot it before it happens, which means you manage to avoid being ambushed. That being said, you do still find yourself falling under attack, as you're sort of descending the slope a bit, all of a sudden there's this splash out of the water from your side, and you see this slippery blue scaled creature. It almost looks like what would happen if you crossed a blue kobold with a seal or a sea lion, bounding out at you, large reptilian mouth open wide as it lunges for you. But you manage to sort of scramble back into the side just in time to avoid its teeth clamping down on you. And I need everyone to roll initiative, because we're going into a fight.
Yay.
Oh my god, it's the River Drake like what she warned us of!
Oh my
I
gosh.
thought they only attacked if you were in water.
And we're in water! What do you
Very
think that is?
Not really. Ooh,
Right.
that's gonna hurt.
Indeed. Also, this map is improperly oriented at the moment, so just keep that in mind. You're supposed to be going west right now, but I don't think I can change that. Hold on. I'm actually going to try something here that might look really, really, really stupid. We'll see.
Rotate. Haha!
Oh, whoa, my brain.
Yeah, something about this doesn't look right. I'm putting that back.
Okay.
All right,
Really
I forgot to pull up the turn order, but it looks like it took just fine.
Could
I
you
don't know.
rotate it again, only the opposite direction?
I suppose I could. Man, what are all of these empty things here? Okay. Give me just a second here to do my initiative rolls for these suckers.
Sheesh.
Because I think it might work if it's turned counterclockwise.
Am I on there twice?
You're on here twice? Oh, right.
Yeah, Tuki is. There you go.
All right.
I mean, Tuki rolled a 20. That just means she's in two places at once.
All right, so you wanted me to rotate it the other way, right?
Yeah, counterclockwise.
All right.
I have a feeling that might work. That actually doesn't look too bad.
No,
Although
just
all
need
our
to
pieces are
realign.
wrong, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to.
I think
Yeah,
it just-
it's not that important. We can just we can safely assume that the map is just not aligned with north to the north.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Still, good to know for the future.
All right. So, also, there is one other thing that I actually need to add to this turn order. That is also
That's exciting.
at initiative count 20.
Uh-oh. Their
The
actions.
environment?
It's obvious what it is. It's the secret character in Fire Emblem. We have to find their tile.
No, it's the river.
My gosh.
Oh,
The river's alive.
Yeah, the river has its own place in the turn order and does things, but only if people are in it. So, Tuki, you're up first. A river drake just bounded out and tried to take a chomp out of Ludviek and failed. And you can kind of, now that you see it, like now that that first one has failed, you can already tell that there are more in the water.
I think she's just gonna run up and attack with her rapier.
All right. All right, so the river drake is barely in the water still. So that will trigger its Grace of Water trait, which means that your attack will be made at disadvantage, but since it is engaged with Ludviek, you get advantage because rogue and flanking and whatnot, so just a flat attack roll.
Nice.
24, and this is with your enchanted rapier, right?
Yep.
Right, V for Veronica. All right, that'll definitely hit. Go ahead and give me damage.
Ooh. That's nice.
Total of 14 damage. Ouch. Because you do still get that sneak attack damage, right?
Because Ludviek is in base contact.
yep.
All right, so
Flanking.
yep. So after this river drake snaps, and just barely misses, taking a chunk out of Ludvik's sort of thigh. Sort of this instinct kicks in. You quickly draw out your rapier. Its runes flare faintly, almost as if it's anticipating drawing blood again, since it's been so long since it was wielded by one who fought frequently. And you duck in and quickly plunge the blade into the side of the river drake's scaly hide. It lets out this horrible chittering as it sort of squirms and squirrels away from you. I believe that is your turn.
Yes.
All right. There is nothing in the river, so it will pass its turn. So, let's see here. So, further down the stream, you hear a couple of roaring shrieks answering the cry of pain from the other. Let's see here. And this river drake is going to just take a... Well, first of all, I need to remind myself what the hell their speed is. They're swimming. They're fast when they swim. So this sucker is going to... I don't want to scale it. Hey, work with me here. Do the thing you're supposed to do. There we go. It's not playing nice with me, guys.
Have you tried asking nicely?
All right, so. That's good enough. So, this one just dives into the water and swims super, super, super quick, flowing sort of upstream to join its friend. You can kind of just see it as like its tall fin out of its back slicing through the water like that of a shark. But it will not dash to get into melee. Once it gets there, it will just stay underwater and assume a defensive stance. Ending its turn. Boron, it is to you.
Yeah, Boron's calling out to the others, stay away from the water. I'll go tackle them. 10, 15, it's 20 feet, and he's going to attack this one.
All right. Give me an attack roll. It is submerged, but I think all things considered, it just balances out to a regular attack roll.
All right. Wait a second. This is the long axe. Oh, nice.
All right, 21 definitely hits. Give me damage.
10 damage.
All right.
And he's using his bonus action again to hit it with the other end of the long axe.
I mean, you can do that, but it died already.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah. As it's sort of
just-
pinned there by Tuki, who, did 14 damage right out the gate, you sort of come charging around, bring your long axe up, and then down and just kind of split its head in half. Sort of brain and bone and teeth sort of scatter around a bit as it slumps and starts to drift back into the water a bit.
All right. Then
Let's see.
he's gonna finish his move and use his bonus action to coming at me.
All right. Is that like an ability like taunt or something, or are you just yelling at them?
He's just yelling.
All right.
It would be nice if I had a taunt.
It would be. Kari, you're up.
So, the main guy is dead.
Well, the first one is. There's a bunch more.
I see. Okay, I was zoomed in a little too close. Okay. Well, I think he's going to, let me measure this out real quick. So, right there is 30 feet. So he's going to move his full there. Just going to check one thing real quick. Alright, need to check one more thing. Awesome. Alright. See that river drake right there?
Yep.
He's going to insult its mother and cast Vicious Mockery.
And Vicious Mockery doesn't require a level of intelligence, does it?
It doesn't require it specifies that it doesn't need to be understood, only that they can hear you.
All right, so that is a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
That is a -1.
Ooh.
So
Tells you what their wisdom is.
it's not great. So you kind of point at that river drake and you insult its mother. It doesn't necessarily understand the concepts that you were parroting at it, but it is very clearly offended and unhappy with you. Ludviek, what is that?
I literally clicked on show spell description on his thing there, and that's what it did automatically.
Weird.
It is disadvantaged on its next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
I see.
Right.
All right, well then. I believe that ends your turn then, Kari.
Yep.
All right. So, this next river drake is going to do pretty much the same thing and just start swimming in very quick. Like these things, like they are fast in the water. Now, for the one that you just insulted, Kari. Let me just real quickly double check some of the things real quick. It's been a bit. All right, so this river drake is going to... you're a bit out of the water right now, Kari, so it's not going to spend its time going after you. But Tuki is right at the edge of the water, so it's going to come after her.
Oh no.
And it is going to sort of leap out of the water, sort of forelimbs outstretched, claws spread wide, and it is going to attempt to grapple you.
Oh no.
And these things are good at grappling.
I'm sure.
It's part of their whole hunting strategy. So that is... Man, why does my GM cheat sheet not tell me how grapples work?
I want you to know.
Athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah.
It uses athletics or acrobatics?
No.
I use athletics or acrobatics. It uses athletics.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
That'll be a 13.
Hang on.
Beatable.
All right, so as it comes bounding... Yes, Kari?
That was with disadvantage, correct?
Normally they have advantage on grapple rolls, so that was made at disadvantage, so it just kind of balanced out to a normal roll. So,
Is that
as it
how
sort
that
of
works?
That's how I'm ruling it. If you have advantage and disadvantage, it just cancels out. It just turns into a normal roll.
Even if you had like quadruple advantage and a single disadvantage, it just evens out to a flat roll.
Yeah, because you can't stack advantage or disadvantage.
Yeah.
Would
All
be
right,
nice.
so
It would be
somewhat
really nice.
distracted by these confusing emotions about a parent it hasn't thought about in years, this river drake bounds at you, Tuki, but it's a little distracted, so its aim is slightly off, so you're able to just duck back out of the way as its claws sort of spritz down into the sand right where you are, and it can't do anything else. That's its action. It's going to end its turn. Minnove, it is to you.
Coolio. How do I move again?
You use the arrow, you grab your token, and you move.
Okay, cool. Minnove's gonna come up here and go right onto this log here.
All right. It's a little precarious, but you can manage.
And I'm going to cast Shatter right on this guy. So it's gonna get him, and it's gonna get him.
Ooh, okay. That is a saving throw, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, what do they have to... Let's see here. What is the Constitution?
Yep, a con save.
All right, first one fails. Second one succeeds.
Cool. And on a failed, an onyx takes
Half damage.
half.
So yeah,
it
just
yeah.
roll the damage once, and I'll just...
19.
Nice.
Very nice.
So one takes 19, the other takes 8. Ouch.
9.
Oh, yeah. All right, so as you sort of jump up onto that log, sort of find your bounce, you dig your claws of your toes in to sort of hold you upright as you concentrate on this spot and just sort of imagine for a second, almost like space just kind of compressing in on itself, like a vacuum momentarily forms and fills with static electricity. And as a result, you'd all just see this, it's almost like a flashbang going off as the air just sort of warps around the spot for a fraction of a second and then snaps back in on itself. There's this blinding flash, poof, and the scattering of sparks of electricity all around as those river drakes let out these pained shrieks as the energy washes over them. They are not happy, but I believe that is your turn.
I'm gonna give Bardic to Ludviek before the end of my turn, and that's my turn.
Okay. Ludviek, it is your go.
All right. Having been a little thoroughly surprised by one fish, He's now going to go after two fish, moving just to the side. So he's actually within melee range.
I mean,
Right, 'cause he has to
adjacent
be
is also
card-
melee, but that's all right.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then, all right. This way, he makes it more difficult for them to get towards the rogue. So he's going to move there, and then he's going to. Yeah, you know what? Pretty much at this point, it's just a basic attack. He's just gonna attack that son of a gun. But I assume I'm still gonna be disadvantaged for this, though. Still, right? Yeah.
I believe you have flanking right now because of Tuki, don't you?
But
Or do you have to be
I'm
on
not a rogue.
opposing sides of the... Well, no, rogues don't uniquely get that. They just get extra damage when they have advantage. Flanking is like just a universal thing. Unless you have to be on just straight up his full other side.
I think adjacent squares can count. Like as long as you're both in range.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess just normal roll.
So that will cancel
also
out the disadvantage you would get because it is technically still in water.
You also have a D6 of Bardic if you need it.
If I need it. All right. We'll see. Here we go.
15.
Do I need to do the bardic?
Do you want to?
Up to you.
You have to choose before he answers.
Oh, I do. I do. Oh, okay. How long can you hold the bardic inspiration for?
A minute.
1 minute?
You have it for 10 minutes.
10 minutes. I think that might be high enough. I'll just go roll with that.
Wise. 15 hits. Give me damage.
All right. And okay, my memory. Has this one already been hit yet or no?
It's been insulted.
It's been it's been psychically hit.
Actually,
Okay.
it also took 4 damage.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
so
right.
it did take some
Yeah.
damage, but mostly that just came in the form of it being insulted.
Then I will do this and do this. Time for a little bit of fire to this fish.
Searing Smite.
Yummy.
So I think I just rolled a 1d6.
So that's technically one you have to cast first.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Okay, well
Divine
then forget
Smite
about
you
it.
can Divine Smite you can invoke whenever. But the other types of smite when it comes to using spells, you have to invoke those first.
I can do it as a bonus action. I'll remember that for the next time. So
Yeah,
I'll just do a
yeah.
normal smite for this one.
Yeah, a normal Divine Smite. Pick the spell level you want to use and then apply that many extra d6s of damage.
Yes. We're just gonna do level 1, which is a 1d4, I think.
I think
Or
it's
did I
like
write it down.
No, it's like 2d8.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 2d8.
double check your
2d8
Divine Smite.
For,
Did I write this down?
You fucking should have. It's your whole gimmick. That's
I know. I'm just.
It's like forgetting to put performance down.
Oh, there it is.
as
There it is.
part.
Yes. Okay, look, it's buried in the sheet of feats. All right, second level. 2d8 for the first level. Yes, okay, 2d8. All right, roll 2d8. Here we go. Bada boom.
9. All right.
So 19.
Indeed. So, that is a very hefty blow as you bring your hammer up and then down on the back of this river drake that, dared to try and grasp at Tuki. There's this flash of energy as your hammer crunches into the back of it as you sort of utter some arcane words told to you as sort of a divine prayer to Suna, a sort of just a general incantation of force, but mostly just an act of defense. That sort of splinters scales, and you feel bone sort of giving away under the force of the blow. It is not happy, but it's still up. Tuki, you're up.
Yep, that's all I can do now.
Tuki's just gonna shank the one in front of her.
All right, attack roll.
Shank it.
11 is a miss. So as it's sort of squirming there after getting bashed by Ludviek, it sees your pointed blade rising up for its like between its eyes, and it saw what that did to its buddy, and it manages to sort of scurry back a bit just in time to avoid the worst of it. All right.
Then bonus action disengage. And just move a little bit away from the water.
All right.
That's a good idea.
I was just say hide behind Kari. I mean, he's already proven to be a good meat shield.
All right. It is the river's turn. No one is in the river, so it shall pass its turn.
The river drakes are.
All
Tough
right.
little buggers.
Yeah, they're in the river, but also it's their natural habitat.
All right.
It's not yours, so. So, this river drake is going to sort of swim up here with half its movement, survey its options.
Do they all have a unique HP count?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one that died just rolled really shit on its HP.
Okay.
And some creatures are just a little different.
All right, so this one is going to survey the battlefield for a second. I'm going to make just a flat roll here to see if it can deduce something. It can. It clocks that Minnove is the one that blew it up with lightning a second ago. Or thunder, rather. And it doesn't much care for that. So it is going to spend the rest of its movement getting there. And then it is going to take the dash action
Oh no.
and vanish under the water beneath the log. So. Wow, that's actually a perfect illusion. I like that. That is great. It just completely disappeared. All right. It can't do anything else. It can't do anything else because it took its dash action. So it's to you, Boron.
I yell, Minnove, get out of there! And this one is still active, so I'm gonna move up here, and I'm going to attack it.
All right. Accuracy check. 22 definitely hits.
And I'm doing
11 damage. All right. So as you come charging in, you sort of bring your long axe around and sort of bring it down on the, like, sort of on its tail as it's sort of like squirming around and trying to like get out of this entanglement and sort of sever its tail near the base. There's this horrible shriek as it throws its head back in pain, which sort of exposes its throat, and you bring your shield around and sort of basically just like Captain America punch it in the throat, shattering its windpipe and esophagus and sending the thing falling back into the water dead as a doornail.
All right. Second one finished off.
Yes.
Going back there.
All right.
Oh.
And I believe that ends your turn.
Correct.
All right. Kari, it's to you. Impulsive.
Yes. Can you not hear me?
We couldn't a second ago. Now we can.
Oh, okay. We're gonna go right there. Whoop.
All right.
And then we're going to insult this one's father.
All right. That's another wisdom save.
Your mother was a
Negative
warthog.
-1 again. Damn. All right.
And 3
And your
damage.
Yep.
Father was a llama.
Yep. It like this one was kind of roughed up a second ago by Minnove's shatter spell, so it is none too thrilled to be on the receiving end of this insult. You actually see like a bit of blood suddenly trickling out of its nose and from under its eyes as it receives this psychic insult. It doesn't like that. Doesn't like that at all. It's hanging on by a thread. You almost gave it an aneurysm just now, but not quite. All right, I believe that makes it that river drake's turn. So, it doesn't like the fact that you have just insulted its lineage. So it is going to actually bound up out of the water toward you.
Whoa.
You're not supposed to jump out.
It loses a lot of its movement speed and several of its environmental advantages, but it does have a land movement speed. And it is going
this one off.
and it is going to make a multi-attack against you.
I'd like to see it try.
Well, that's a 22 to hit.
It is disadvantage.
Oh, right. So let's just roll both of those one more time. And take the lower
It
results.
only has disadvantage on its first attack.
Right. Okay, so that'll then be... so the first claw attack is an 18 to hit.
No, everything hits.
Oh.
Okay. All right. All right. So in that case, you will take 7 and 4 points of damage. So you take a total of 11 points of damage as this river drake comes sprinting up out of the water, sort of like with like this like last second adrenaline rush, and it leaps at you. And like the first thing that happens is like its claws sort of sinking through like your like whatever passes through your breastplate. I don't remember offhand what your armor type is. But it manages to sort of puncture through and draw blood from your chest. And as you're sort of wrestling with it, it just starts aggressively snapping at your shoulders and then at your wrists as you're trying to cover your throat. You sort of struggle with it for a second as it's just thrashing against you before you finally manage to sort of shove it off, and it crumples to the ground and sort of splays itself sidelong to make itself look bigger and snarl angrily at you, its various fins and frills rattling in agitation. It does not like you right now. It wants you fucking dead. Minnove, you're
We're
up.
going off the damage rolled on the first one. Okay.
It was 6
See,
and
and-
4.
Okay.
Oh, right. Okay. My
Yeah.
mistake. Yeah, you took one too many points of damage. My bad. I'll give you back one more. My mistake.
Okay. No, it's just like I was fine with that, but I was just like,
Okay.
are we? Is that we're counting it? Okay.
Okay. Whatever. All
I
right.
now know for the future.
Okay.
All right.
Took a bite at his chest. It's after him with 11 herbs and spices.
Now,
All
did
the
Minnove
racism tonight. It's okay.
did Minnove see the? I'm assuming she did, but I'm just asking more or less for.
You did.
She saw it
see,
go under, right?
You did see it go under. You can't see it now, but you did see it go under, and you heard Boron yelling at you to get out of there.
So Minnove's gonna go over here, and she's
Cool.
gonna go right over kind of here.
Cool. You just triggered an attack of opportunity.
What?
But he's under the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was waiting for you to
Okay.
move.
Cool.
So park your ass right there. So it is going to jump up and try to grapple you.
Cool.
And I believe this one hasn't been vicious mockery, so it doesn't have the disadvantage imposement.
No, it doesn't.
Even then, it's till the end of its next turn.
Has
Oh,
been
boy.
shattered, though.
Shatter? Right. What does that do again? Let me double check that. Shatter.
It just I don't think it does anything.
Right, this is the one that
Yeah,
succeeded
yeah.
its saving throw, too, so.
Yeah.
All right, so you need to make your acrobatics or athletics, but the DC is a 26, so this is going to be rough.
All good. All good. What's the DC? Sorry.
26.
Oh, I can't make that.
Roll anyway, so we see how valiantly you try. 21.
Try.
So you put up a damn good effort, all told. As you hear Boron yelling at you to get out of there, you kind of turn and start trying to make your way back across the log. You've made it maybe 3 steps before there's this splash from the far side of it, sort of from like behind where you were, and you look just in time to see this river drake rising up almost in slow motion, maw wide open, claws outstretched, and it just grabs onto you. And I need you really quickly, independent of that, because you have suffered an attack that was successful while you were on that precarious balance. Make a dex saving throw for me real quick. Gonna be at disadvantage because you have this thing hanging off of you.
Cool. So I'll roll that at this.
Oh my god!
No!
All right,
Take a screenshot of that, boys.
that is
my
unfortunate. as the river drake's momentum and your sort of surprise from the maneuver, it like, clever girl, it jumps up, latches onto you, and the momentum and its sheer weight and you're not expecting of this maneuver allows it to successfully basically tackle you off of that log and into the water.
Huzzah! One of us got into the water, guys.
Yep, so you are now underwater being grappled by this thing. The rest of you kind of see this happen.
Am I still able to do anything or no?
Well, you haven't taken an action yet. You got interrupted your movement was interrupted by an opportunity attack that was purely to sort of hold you. So you can't move, but I believe you can still try to break the grapple.
I'm gonna
That's all you
cast.
can do.
Can I not cast like sleep or something on him?
Does that require a verbal component? You are underwater.
Well, it doesn't
I
matter
don't
for
need
Minnove. She's a kobold.
stuff.
She can cast silently.
Oh,
So you can
that's good.
try, I suppose.
All right, I'm gonna try casting sleep.
All right. Nice. 21. All right, and you're just pumping all of those into this one.
Yeah, just all into him.
And there's no
Went
saving,
over right
and,
now,
and there's no saving throw.
No, if his HP is lower than 21, he goes to sleep.
His HP is definitely lower than 21. So, as you channel that energy into him, his grapple on you begins to loosen until you're able to sort of shake him free. So he is asleep. And I need to remind myself what the fuck being asleep does.
Conscious, unless awoken.
Unconscious and incapacitated.
All right, cool. But easily woken up. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, would Minnove still have her movement at this point, or no?
I don't think so because she fell and was grappled. I think that reduces it to 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Movement
So,
is 0.
yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you can't move any further.
So she's free, but she's still under the water with it or wherever they are.
Yeah, you're still in the water. All right. Ludviek, it's to you. You do not currently see Minnove. You just saw her get tackled into the water, and then a brief flash of Luma. But she has not yet resurfaced.
All right, he is going to run to here, and he's here. He's gonna run to here, and then he's gonna dive in right to here.
All right.
So,
I believe you are wearing heavy armor, so that's going to make this interesting.
yep.
But you're also like
But it's-
6 feet and some change tall, so...
It's only shallow, apparently.
Yeah, he's he says he's 6.5 feet basically.
All right. So yeah, you dive in, sort of scan around a little bit, sort of managing to sort of fend off the worst effects of your armor trying to drag you down, and you do see Minnove just now managing to sort of squirm free of the dozing river drake's grasp.
All right. I'm going to grab Minnove and throw her onto shore.
All
Can
right.
I do that?
I mean, I'll allow it. She's a fairly small creature relative to you. Make a strength check.
All right. Regular strength. Oh, come on, guys.
Right, so you are underwater, so that provides a lot of resistance. And you are wearing, like fairly heavy armor too, so that is providing more resistance. So you just kind of, instead of grabbing Minnove and tossing her, you just kind of reach out and just like grab her shoulder, and it's almost like you're just providing solidarity, like, I'm here for you. And that's about it. So like you try to like lift her up, and it's just not working.
Well, can I? So I did grab a hold of her, right?
You do have a
Can't
hand
I
on
use
her,
my
yes.
Could I use my remaining movement to then pull her out? Because I used 20. I could use. I got 35 remaining. but I am moving out of water, so maybe it's double speed?
Movement speed is halved in this water just because of how harsh it is. It is flowing fairly quick because it's kind of compressed by these two ravines. So it's kind of being funneled, so it's a more concentrated stream through here. So movement speed is halved while you're in the water.
Well, I got 15 remaining. 5 is enough to get me to shore, and then it's 5 after that. So like 10, 15, I can move here.
I mean, basically every square you travel will be worth 10 feet of your movement.
Okay.
So
okay,
you can move 1 square, and I'll let you pull Minnove along with you. So you can get her a square closer to shore.
That's my plan. I just want to get her out, get my friend out of the water.
All right.
And he tries to, hopefully at least pulls her head above the water so she can breathe.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, good.
Okay, and I believe that's your turn, because you used your action to try and lob her like a grenade, and it didn't take.
Nope.
All right. All right. Tuki, you're up.
Tuki's gonna come over here, take a rope, and try to lasso Minnove and pull her in.
All right. Fast hands. You can set up the rope easy enough. 10-minute warning, by the way. Just enough time for us to finish this fight. All right, so you get the rope set up, throw it across. That's easy enough to give Minnove a lifeline at the very least.
And can I pull her in?
You can make a strength check to do so.
Yeah, I suppose it would be strength.
It would be, wouldn't it?
That is 1 short of what you needed, I'm sorry to say.
I mean, if it's athletics, it's a 13.
I mean, you're not necessarily doing much. You're just pulling her along, that's all. So unfortunately, no. You're just kind of tugging on a rope. That's not athletic. That's just how much muscle can you put into it. So unfortunately, no. You do have a way of keeping Minnove from falling underwater with the lasso, though, so you've given her at least that.
Yeah, I'll at least anchor my feet as much as I can then.
All right.
We're doing a really fucked up, like, skiing.
All right. So, with that, it is to the river, and there is someone in the water.
That's what I was trying to avoid happen. No.
So, there is a sudden rush, Minnove, that you kind of feel just sort of in the water beneath the surface, like a little rush in the undertow. I need you to make for me a Constitution saving throw as you feel the water suddenly crashing against you underneath and like sort of throwing you off kilter. That is
God damn it, Minnove, you were doing...
That is a failure, so you will take 4 points of cold damage. As the water sort of sweeps your feet out from under you, sort of using your sort of baggy clothes almost like a sail, almost, and kind of knocks you sideways, and in this sort of shallower part of the water, your head sort of flies down and sort of cracks against a rock, and it hurts like hell, and you are knocked prone. All right. This river drake is asleep. It doesn't get a turn. Boron, you're up.
I think Evan is asleep.
You're welcome, guys.
I'm
Mostly to me.
still seeing that you got some trouble over there. There's but you're
8-minute
like
warning.
3 people. Okay, I'm gonna move up to this guy and hit it up head.
All right.
I wanted it.
23 will definitely hit.
Sheesh. Okay. 11 points of damage.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, it's dead. So you charge up to this one, and you basically, like, as it's like fighting against Kari, you sort of like just bring your axe up and down into the top back of its head, and just kind of carve away its cortex, and the whole thing just slumps away. Sort of falls away.
Okay, that was 5 feet of my movement.
Indeed.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I'm gonna hold it at that.
All right. Kari, it's to you. You are no longer being aggressively propositioned to buy a fish. Why did I phrase it that way?
A bit of minute, did he?
Impulsive?
It's your go.
It's your go, bud.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, all I can do is just run over here.
Yeah, don't let
I got,
sleeping
like-
fish.
I got, like, absolutely nothing that can help in this situation from where I'm standing.
That fish is still asleep.
Indeed it is.
I have... My only ranged attack is a cone of fire that will consume everyone in front of me.
That's a very smart idea not to do.
All right.
Also, if you attack it, it will wake up.
All right. Minnove, it's your go then.
I am
What's
prone,
that?
right?
You are, so you can use half your movement speed to get back up.
I'm gonna with the help of Ludviek and like Tuki's like lasso, I'm gonna try and like pull myself out.
Yeah, it's easy enough. Like you can just walk out of the water at this point. It's like it's a harsh stream, but it's not like stopping you from leaving it.
Fuck that. And I'm gonna look at the river drake. I'm like,
Just kind of floating up to the surface and being carried along by the tide.
is it worth it to kill it?
Up to you. You wanna?
Minnove's gonna be like, fuck. Ah. And she's going to I'm gonna do guiding. Let's do guiding bolt to it.
All right. Does guiding? I believe guiding bolt is a ranged spell attack, right?
Yeah.
All right, roll it. I believe it'll automatically hit because it's asleep, right?
Yeah.
Not auto. It would be advantage.
And
Well, it's spelled save, isn't it?
disadvantage because it's pro. And ranged attacks from more than 5 feet away.
Either way, so.
It's not a saving throw. It is an attack roll.
Oh shit. Okay, I must have marked that wrong. Give me 1 second. What's my
it's fine.
attack?
Just make a standard range spell attack. 1d20, add your spell attack modifier. I don't want to rush you, but I kind of have to because we have 4 minutes left.
I know.
I'm throwing on my clothes as we're doing this. All right, 16. Yeah, that'll hit. That is sufficient damage to kill it. How would you like it to die? Claim your victory.
Well, it's all radiant damage that immediately like engulfs it.
Alrighty.
She just kind of like snaps, and it like a light ball of light goes to it.
All right. So, you sort of turn your attention on this drifting river drake, sort of, you just imagine it immolating with blinding light, and then it does, as these flames just... as it is enveloped, consumed, and very rapidly falls still and fucking dies.
Never again.
Next time, go swimming somewhere a bit safer, okay? He pats her on the back.
Did you just quit? After an ambush?
Wait, no, that's the wrong ambience. That's the correct ambience.
Are you two okay? Do you need any patching up?
I am
You
fine.
ruined my shirt.
I can't do anything about that, I'm sorry.
I'm okay.
Are you bleeding at all, Kari?
I think I'm fine.
Alright. Ludviek is gonna quickly, before last thing, he's just gonna take his spear. He's gonna gather these river drakes and bring them to shore. He wants to clean the bodies. Just, a quick, 30 to 20 minute work of just take out the most useful large chunks of meat, leave the rest for the forest.
I thought you meant like literally give it a bath, and I was about to ask why.
Oh no. Clean and dress the corpses. I mean, the river drakes. Got to be some good fish meat on those suckers.
Indeed. So, go ahead and make for me a survival check then.
Alrighty.
Yeah, easy enough. It'll take you a little while, so everyone else has time to tend their wounds if they so wish. And as Ludviek knuckles down to clean and dress the corpses of these river drakes and harness from them what supplies he may, in the aftermath of this short skirmish, as you're catching your breath and letting the adrenaline of the little ambush subside, we're going to go ahead and call it there for the night. I would like to go longer, but we started late and are out of time. So thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, so much for joining us for this session of Ringlight Fables. We will see you next time. Until then, take care of yourselves, keep listening, and don't be a dick. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Victory fish fry!